It's Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher. And today I want to talk about a strategy or a dynamic that occurs in abusive relationships. And I call this particular action moving the carrot. And say we have an animal, a donkey, and this donkey's favorite food happens to be a carrot. And the person who is responsible for feeding the donkey knows that if they wave that carrot in front of the donkey's face, then the donkey is going to do what they want them to do in the belief that they will eventually get to eat that delicious carrot. So the person teaches the donkey a trick, and ideally the donkey would receive the carrot as a reward. But say the person wants to keep the donkey going, it wants to keep adding tricks and altering that donkey's behavior. So it keeps promising the carrot, and once the donkey does the trick, it moves it. And the donkey believes still that it's going to get the carrot, but the person keeps moving that carrot and never allows that donkey to take a bite. Next thing you know, the donkey has developed a whole library of behaviors that it didn't really want to do, but just learned to do on the belief that it was going to get that delicious carrot. Now, in the real world, animals are not that stupid. If an animal, if you try this trick with an animal, and they see that you're not going to give them the treat, eventually they're going to say "fuck you," and they're going to find some food somewhere else. But sadly, people fall for this far too frequently. And this might be a situation in a work situation where you're promised a raise, but your boss says, you know, we need you to do this, this, and this. And then you achieve the this, and this that the boss asks you to do. You make all the sales calls, you set up all the appointments, and you hit your quota, you close X amount of people. But then your boss comes back and says, you know, great job, but unfortunately this came up and we don't have the money to offer you that raise we promised, so we're going to give you a pizza party instead. We're going to give you a slice of pizza. But next month, I promise you, we're going to hit that raise. And then they raise the bar. They say make X amount of sales calls, hit so many appointments, and if you do that, you hit the raise. But you do it again, and they add something to that. So, but yeah, we need you to do this many demos as well to show our product. You do that, you hit your quota, and said, yeah, something came up. We can't give you that raise. So the carrot continues to dangle, and people get in this relationship because sometimes we feel we have nowhere to go. We feel stuck in a job. We feel stuck in a romantic relationship where our partner, the one who has the power dynamic, who has that resource that we feel like we want or need, and is dangling that. We feel like we can't do any better, and we stay. And the longer you stay in this dynamic, the longer that you basically are agreeing that this treatment is acceptable, then on a subconscious level, your self-worth starts to go down. And whoever is dangling that carrot, they know they own you. They know they have power over you, and they know they can do whatever the fuck they want, when they want. And when they say jump, they know you're going to say how high. And this is going to keep going on until you say no, until you set a boundary. And there's some consequences for that abuser for their type of behavior, at least on you. And yet, now you can't control them, we can only control ourselves. But when you're in a situation like that and you see the other party is not respecting you and not respecting your sovereignty as a human being, then you can only control what you do with it. And again, that's a lot of what this comes with. When an abuser or an abusive situation, a narcissistic abuser, a lot of times they see everything as an extension of themselves, a possession of themselves, and they feel like they can do whatever they want to anyone, and it's okay. They don't see you as a sovereign being. So again, when someone is moving the carrot, like if this happens once, hey, shit happens. But what we're looking at is repeated behaviors. When you see this dynamic, when someone waves a carrot, sets up conditions, and then moves it, and this happens over and over and over and over again, and you see a pattern, this might be a sign to run the other way. This might be a sign to start standing up for yourself, start saying no, stop refusing to participate in that relationship. And I'm making this video for a reason. You know, the reason that is driving this is beyond just human relationships. We have bigger powers that be that we're in relationships with. And I've seen in recent times these powers really love to wave carrots in front of people's faces, and they've been moving those carrots, and there's been no accountability. They know they can get away with it, so they keep doing it because we keep saying yes to it. So that's all I got for today. Hope this stirs some pots. Hope this churns some gears in your consciousness and you're getting what you need wherever you are on this journey. I'm saying some words that you get what you need where you're at, and maybe you have a little bit of extra juice to power you to cross over that next threshold. Class dismissed. I'll see you on the other side.